Steve-O, bad boy. I'm going on to you. What's your
All
topic?
right, my topic is has been up to this point in your life the most influential person in your life?
Video games. Next question.
Chips and salsa. Next question.
Chips and
Chips
salsa.
and- Chips and salsa.
Person.
Stephen Hawkins.
Stephen Hawkins.
I would say I'm gonna go with my wife. That's what I'm gonna go with.
I'm on the instant brownie points.
No, not trying to get brownie points, but I am gonna go with my wife because like I've had a lot of individuals in my life that have helped me out with some different things and given me different perspectives of life that I feel like were extremely beneficial. But like my wife, I think is just honestly like she's not my wife for no reason. She's a person that has helped change me into a man that I feel like is a lot better man, given me tons of different perspectives that have helped me with, everything in life, every walks in life. She's always been there for me no matter what kind of situation occurred. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, the person I look up, you're saying like the person you look up to the most, that's helped you the most kind of deal? Definitely would be.
Influence you.
Influence me the most would definitely be her. Seeing how she is too as well, like how she handles situations, who she is and what she stands for. It's just like, that's a big time influence every day to make myself a better person. So like, definitely.
Who's the most influential person in your life that's not family?
Okay.
Ooh, dang, that is a tough one. I was going to say,
That's a tough
okay,
one,
my
too.
original answer was going to be my
That
parents.
should be because it's
Right.
gonna be your parents. Yeah.
Because like obviously,
Yeah.
Somebody
they
like
shape
your
your
dad.
life. Like
Yeah.
your wife, like I
That's
mean, I
not your
agree.
family.
If I was going to say that, then like my girlfriend would probably be the same answer because I've
Yeah.
matured like so much, like being with her and everything.
Mhm.
But I feel like
Non-family.
we should not do that because it's like, of
Yeah.
course,
Cop-out
I think
answer.
the
Gonna be
people closest
family.
to you are going to be the most influential.
That's true.
Yeah.
Nah.
Huh. Who would it be?
I think I know who mine is actually.
Okay. Yeah.
My high school computer science teacher
Nice.
was probably the most influential person for me because he got me really interested in doing computer art, which I don't think if he hadn't done that, I probably would not have been interested in pursuing an art career in any aspect. And also, I never would have gone gone to SCAD, where they had a good computer art program as well.
Yeah.
So like, I don't think they're like going into his class set into motion like a huge chain of events into like where I am today, and I think he was really excited about people being excited about their work at the same time. So I think that was like what you could really feel that, like when you're like, oh, well, I'm just doing this programming thing, like I'm doing the exercise, but I'm also adding like this little bit, just for my own personal satisfaction. He'd be like really excited, to be like, yeah, that's
So-
what you got to do. You got to go like try things out. You got to experience, these things and see if you like them.
Right.
So would you say he influenced you more like as in your personality, or he influenced you more as I said your career choice?
I mean, probably career mostly, but I mean, it still leaves like a big. I mean, because I'm obviously remembering how excited he was for people to enjoy what they're doing. It left a mark on me in terms of his personality and like personality as well. Because like if you want to influence people to like really chase their dreams or discover their dreams, then you have to be like excited for them.
Yeah.
Because like
So
if you're
it's
just
fun-
kind of like if you're just kind of like not proactive and interested in what somebody you're trying to teach, like whatever they're interested in, then they're obviously going to be like, oh well, maybe I made a mistake in like thinking this is like a really great direction to go in.
Right. Oh, man.
Rest in peace, Major Dennis Carpenter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he passed away from lung disease.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's not a good
that's-
Sorry.
Damn.
Gosh, where do you think you would have been without him? Like, what path do you think you would have taken?
I think it was just done like what my dad did or something. Like that's kind of always, I feel like almost like the default when you're first growing up. You don't really know, so you do what your dad does. So it probably would have gone into some sort of like energy, natural gas field. Even though
Gotcha.
I don't know anything about it nowadays, I might have just like gone to school just to study it because he did it and.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a proven concept.
Gone to a state school,
Right.
live near home. Yeah.
Well, I guess like the most recent one that I've had that's kind of had a lot of influence over my life because I've had multiple different people outside of the family have like influences in my life, but nothing where I was kind of like, wow, that just changed its complete direction. Not that this guy has really had that either, but he has had a lot of influence on me in my perspective when it comes to business. So his name is Rob. I was working with a doctor as of late, and this guy is his stepson, and he has made several different companies as an entrepreneur, made successful companies and then sold them off or helped individuals to as well, like create extremely successful companies. But with this guy, it was just like, he showed me like the value of persistence, even when there's like hurdle after hurdle after hurdle and the solution looks completely non-existent. Right. He showed me what almost every successful individual in the world career-wise has to go through and be the king of the hill over for them to be successful. Is that never taking no as an answer. He showed me like how hyper management kind of deal. Like one of my biggest flaws at the time was time management, and he's helped me with like understanding how to accomplish everything. I mean, everything within time, and how to have your mind and your perspective roaming everything all at the same time as well. I don't know. I feel like when it comes to career, he's had one of the largest influences on me because he's one of those guys that I respected a lot too. I no longer work with him, but was definitely a relationship that I left, without burning any type of bridges because I had a lot of respect for that man. Give me a lot of good perspectives, like I was saying, really good ways of thinking about business as a whole. And that can be where you're in the industry like that I'm in right now, that can be gold. So,
yeah. Like the mentality.
Rob. Yeah, that mentality. Yeah. I mean, because like you will hit so much, especially in entrepreneurial work, that you just get no's after no's after no's kind of things. And it's like, you got to learn how to be able to get over that, and you got to learn how to stick through it always. And those people that have that on their mind that they're going to be successful no matter what anybody else says, they're the ones that do become successful, you know what I mean? Because they truly believe that they will be. There's no doubt in their mind, no matter what experience comes to them, they can still say, yeah, but that's not my belief. I believe I'm going to be successful. And they keep going and keep going and keep going. And a lot of these individuals that we see as like stars nowadays, we're like, oh my God, they came overnight. Well, what you don't see is the 10 years of work that they took, that right. People took them, that they couldn't get it.
Like Katy Perry being a backup singer for exactly. POD. I mean, that took a while for her to get to be...
but people see her as just being overnight kind of situation. It's like, no, she wasn't overnight. She had put years and years of dedication behind it. It's like, that's what Rob had taught me in business, is that like you could go through experiences like that, but if you know you've got it, if you know you have it, you need to go and run with it and never let somebody tell you that you can't.
Or like actors too. Like there's actors that don't become popular until they're like 40s or whatever. Yeah.
And they've been doing
this.
They've
been trying to do it since they've been got out of college or whatever.
Yeah, talk show hosts and podcasts, man. I mean, it takes a while.
For some people, it's just
the artists. They don't even get recognized till they're dead.
It's like how much they.
Jesus, Steve, come on, guy. We're like talking about good stuff. You gotta drop that bomb. You don't say one thing until. Jesus.
I'm out.
And I'm done again.
Except for artists when they die. See you.
And that's it. I'm out.
I don't know. That's a good influencing.
Yeah, so Rob is definitely, one of mine for when it comes to business, career kind of deal, and just give me a better perspective. And I can apply that to anything outside of business too. When it comes to hobbies, say I want to learn how to play a guitar, just making stay persistent and working through it until one day, a year later, I'm playing and it's not like, any issue. Yeah, in those first days, it was like I couldn't hit a string that sounded right, just sticking with it.
That's cool. I guess I'll go next. I think my most influential person was my professor in college. Shout out to Brenda Brathwaite, who is now Brenda Romero, name dropping. She really, man, I guess I got into college and I had a pretty good work ethic and I had some resemblance of an idea of what I wanted to do. But that path that I thought I was going to get to where I wanted to be was very different until I met her. She pretty like I'm in the game industry, and I was thinking, okay, I'll just start out as a modeler, and I'll eventually become a game designer. But when she came on in my sophomore year, which was the perfect time because that's right when you start to hit your major and you start to really
Like your
get into,
actual
like,
classes and stuff, yeah.
Exactly. She was like, no, there's tons of game designer jobs right now that they need people to step up. You can absolutely graduate college and become a designer. And I was like, oh, that's nuts. I never even thought that I could do that. And speaking with her every day and taking a ton of her classes, it was just very
motivating to do that.
Very, very motivating, and it became obviously clear that I can do this. Like, I can graduate and become a game designer. I don't have to like go through some bullshit like side path to get to where I actually want to be. There's also certain things like she called me out on my bullshit. Like I've talked about getting insanely drunk for my 21st birthday the night before, like Saturday morning I had to come in and like work on a project. Now I did it, but she was also like, yeah, you smell like booze, and she would give me shit for it. She was like, my mother growing up was like really, really like sweet and nice and kind and forgiving, and like Brenda was like tough love kind of stuff. So it was really cool to have like a different style of like almost this motherly figure being like, nah, man, you're not fucking up, like stop doing that, like get this done. And she like it was really cool. It was a really fun relationship, and she
that's awesome to have that as a professor though. Like you guys were saying, you that came from that realm, like, because I didn't have a professor that I would say that happened to me, but that would probably at that time in my life, you're so influential, like you're about to go into a huge step like out there, to have that extra courage from somebody else that's been in that industry. It makes you feel, I guess it takes away a lot of that anxiety of like
you just need somebody to like tell you that the dream you're going after is like possible, and like exactly, like you can do this, because it's like Clay said, it's like, well, you don't even have any fucking clue because they don't teach you that kind of stuff until you get somebody that's interested enough in you to tell you that.
Exactly. Yeah, and like so it was all those things that Alan just mentioned, and then like keep like holding me to a high standard, and then just dropping tons of knowledge on me in terms of like, look, these are the people you need to start caring about. These are the names that you want to start researching. These are the books you want to start reading. And then just fundamentals of game design. These are like what you need to pay attention to. And like I was gonna say, like she had influenced me through all that stuff, but there was also a huge thing by just coming to SCAD and changing that curriculum and like pulling, like she's an amazing professor. She completely redid our curriculum for game design, because prior to that, the final was making a 3D model, which has nothing to do with game design at all. Like, I mean, yeah, we make models, but like if you want to be a designer, that's not what you're working on. So we went from that style to every class pretty much making some type of game, and our final was making a game, right? Actually working on a game. So all of the extracurricular like classes that she created, the curriculum restructure that she created, the new finals, like all of that was great. Yeah, it was insane. But not only to me, but everybody at SCAD. That program got so much stronger for it, and tons of other students became better prepared for a career in gaming because of that. So
did you also realize you hated modeling?
No, actually I was kind of sad to move away from that, because there was something about being in the zone and just listening to headphones and just like creating that was really fun and enjoyable to me.
I couldn't stand
where game design is. Oh, really?
No, man, I couldn't stand it, dude. It was like the worst times for me in SCAD were my modeling times. Like, God, this is taking so fucking long. Let's get this finished.
Yeah, so hands down, Brenda, huge influence. Like, just instilled really good foundational, like fundamental stuff in terms of game design, but also like she wanted us to be a part of for game designers, it was really crucial about how our resume was structured, getting as many awards as we could, participating as many game jams as we could, like, just going to specific amount of conferences and like what we should be paying attention to, like ideals and stuff. It was great, and I don't know where I would be this day without her, because man, I'm not sure what I would have accomplished.
Well, she's probably had, like you were saying, she's done so much in so many different areas that honestly affect your life on a daily basis. So like, gosh, she might be one of the biggest reasons by drilling you with the fundamentals of game design of why you're where you are today. You know what I mean? And you wouldn't have been there if it was a different teacher than or professor than her at the time. You would be doing 3D modeling at the end of the class instead of the actual
who
game
knows, man? Like, and she had connections. She hooked me up with certain like job interviews. It was like it was something I could put on my resume that she was comfortable with, that like helped me stand out against like being taught by Brenda Brathwaite. It was like this person has some credentials. Like it's huge, man. It
awesome.
Probably helped me get ahead in the college or in the career.
Nice.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Steve looks like he's thinking right now.
So I've been thinking this entire time, man. Like, I know it seems pretty sad that I have no one that's really influenced me in a career aspect type thing.
Well, what about anything else outside?
Yeah, what about like emotionally,
non-family
physically?
though? Non-family though.
Non-family. I mean, non-family. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, no. Nobody's non-family.
Is there something that you've learned that you are really glad that you have learned to do over time, whether that's time management or like working out or like eating healthy or like setting up a routine? Like, is there anything like something like that you do every day to this day that you can think back that someone helped instilled in you?
I guess letting go of the small stuff, I guess, kind of like getting just taking a deep breath, thinking things through. I guess I would say Rocco instilled a lot of that on me, as far as like, his beliefs and like, like shit doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. I mean, I guess he's a family member, so you know what I mean? Like,
can't do that one.
You're
gonna have to select somebody else.
I know.
Hey, can it be something that's maybe not a person? Could it be something like maybe?
I was gonna say superheroes there for a minute.
Well, yeah. I mean, can't that be an influential person, like a superhero over you, or anything else?
I mean, I don't know. Like when I think of influence, like scale, like to become like who I am, basically, it's like I can't think of like something like that. Like
was there a skateboarder that was like because I know you're big on skateboarding too. So like football for me, like Lynn Swan was like a person that I tried to thrive to be like when I played football because
we're talking about that like back then.
Everything sort of deal. So he had an influence on.
For skateboarding, I would say it'd be like John Montesi. He's a local skateboarder. He actually owns a skate shop, like it's called West Side Skate Shops right up the street. He did a lot of things like he made it pro for a little bit, but he got kicked out because of like whole marijuana thing or something like that, which skateboarders smoke and stuff like that. So, which was kind of weird because like I don't know how he got targeted out of all of them.
How did he influence you though? So like how did he influence you at that time?
He made me want to, I guess, be a better person at the time. Like back then, skateboarders weren't really known as the most respectful people or anything like that because like you think about them vandalizing stuff and properties, but he was more cool. As far as like like he would take the time to make you learn. He would give you like deals on clothes. He knows how it was like growing up and stuff like that, being a skateboarder in the time. I would say he just influenced me to be a better person and better skateboarder at the time, I guess, or something like that.
What did he teach you with like what kind of moves did he teach you?
Oh, he didn't teach me any moves or anything like that, but like I'm just saying.
Wow,
like,
you were better, huh?
No, I wasn't better.
Yeah, he had nothing to teach you.
He didn't teach me anything. I didn't know.
He didn't teach me. It's like you don't just go up and be like, "Hey, man, you want to go skate or something like that?"
Hell yeah, I would have totally done that shit. I would have been like,
well, no, he would go to like the Astro skating rink when they had like skateboard Saturdays and stuff like that. And he'd always be there every Saturday night, just going around stuff like that. Yeah.
Steve, since you really didn't have a lot, then is there someone that you can think of that you would love to be an influence on you? Like if you could like shadow someone for a year, is there anyone in your head that you'd be like, get that Morgan Freeman over here because him and we're gonna learn how to do some stuff.
We're learn how to talk amazing.
Yeah.
I'm talking to
shadow somebody. Wow.
Yeah, like if there's a mentor out there that you would really love to kind of shadow for a while.
Rob Dietrich.
Yeah, Rob Deerdeck.
Honestly, is that Deerdeck?
Yeah.
Is it Deerdeck or
Deerdeck? Deerdeck. Honestly, because I don't know if you guys ever seen him or anything like that.
Yeah, can you describe who he is? I'm unfamiliar.
Well, Rob Deerdeck, he's a skateboarder. He has a show like Fantasy Factory. He did Robin Big. He's a huge entrepreneur. He actually owns Alienware Skateboards, which is pretty big. He's a part owner now. He was sponsored by DC Shoe Company, but now he actually owns half of it, I think, or owns it. he takes risks. He goes, he does anything and everything. You can think he's a genius when it comes to advertising something and getting it out there. He's just absolutely just friggin' just smart as hell as far as that aspect. Like,
And he's crazy. So like, if you were shadowing him for a little bit, like you would have the time of your life, dude.
oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
see how he influenced his cousin. You remember?
Yeah,
his cousin,
exactly.
remember, have you ever watched like the show? He was just like this in the box person, didn't want to like shy out and everything like that. Now he's completely different. He's like his mind's completely open and everything.
Yeah.
He gets
Let's
people
find
out of their comfort zone kind of type thing.
let's
love to
find this
shadow him.
guy on Twitter, man. We gotta tweet to him and be like,
Oh,
Steven
dude,
wants
he's
you to mentor.
crazy.
Like hashtag get Steven mentor. Let's find
probably
Rob
was
Deardash.
still-
Take
done-
it.
He actually
done it
gives
on MySpace,
he gives
yeah.
back a lot too, as well to the
Oh.
communities and stuff. So
That's
it's
awesome.
like actually
Skate
really cool.
parks.
Yeah,
He
it's a
builds
really
skate
cool
park
thing
communities,
to be able
yeah,
to shadow him.
If you're listening to this, go tweet that guy. Be like,
Yeah.
yo, Steven wants you to be his mentor.
Yeah.
He'll be like, who the
Give
hell's
him a
Steven?
week.
Be like, yeah,
Give
just watch this
Steve-O a
episode.
week.
He's like Steve-O, like the guy from Jackass.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the guy from
Awesome.
Jackass. He's a pretty awesome guy.
Yeah,
Go
he's
tweet.
actually
Did you guys want to know something?
Yeah.
This episode was sponsored by our free support medium, like Facebook and Twitter. You can go to facebook.com/MaelstromGamers, and you can like us there. You can see our page, and you'll get all the updates on when we release new videos.
Awesome.
You can also go to Twitter and follow us at Maelstrom Gamers. You'll get interesting updates there. You can see what we're following, what we're sharing, and join in on the discussion.
Hit the
What's
subscribe
Twitter?
button.
Hit the
Subscribe.
subscribe button.
Subscribe.
subscribe.
Alan, you are
Right
you
here.
are
Donate $1.
flexible, sir.
I believe I'm like right here on the side of the screen. It's right here, that little red thing that says subscribe.
Just hit that button. Just hit it. It's free.
Okay.
Go on.
That button.
You know you want to hit
Matter.
it.
Doesn't matter.
You know what I want to do for one of our videos is you guys ever remember the old SNL with Chris Farley and Adam Sandler, the boy who wants to like just kind of like sleep or like live in your house. He's like, I'll just get your mail. Just let me get you. He's like, what's wrong with you? He just wants to get. You know? Oh, okay. I want to do that with like all of our things. Like I want Steve to be like, I just want you to subscribe to us. I just want to freak out and be like, what's wrong with you? It's free. I'll send it to you guys after this. You know what I'm talking about? YouTube. Chris Farley, Adam Sandler, SNL skit, you will laugh your ass off. It's very funny.